Hello and welcome back. Here we are at lesson 4 with a whimsical title of Who Gives a Shift? And in this lesson, we are talking about how we think about things, that the shifting of our thinking can help our experience of life going forward be even better than what it is right now. For instance, I've had a couple of widows, friends and clients who have said, I can't go out with married couples anymore. I'm not married anymore. It's awkward, but they can, and they actually can, with intent and intention, have a great relationship with both husband and wife of the couples that the widow is going out with. And it just is how you think about what's happening and where you fit in with all of that. And in fact, I had a girlfriend who said, I can't go out with my girlfriends who have babies. I don't have a baby. And while that might not be your experience, it is something that feels uncomfortable for some folks. And in that moment, we talked about what could she do, this widow that was telling me about this, to make it be fun and interactive and something she could look forward to. And why would the moms not want her there? And as she really thought about it, she says, well, I could hold the babies and have an interaction and that eyeball to eyeball and that baby smell. And as she talked about it, she got excited. And she's been able to go out with her girlfriends who have babies and kids and be part of their lives. And it just took her shifting that thinking, whether it was a good thing or a bad thing, to not be like the people that she's going out with. And there are a number of different ways that we can do shifting of our thinking. I remember one of my very first, when I was probably 10 or 11, I was in a ballet class, and I'd probably been going for about 4 or 5 months, and I was pretty good, but the instructor kept on picking on me. He kept on telling me to point my toe this way and rotate my leg that way and hold my arm out. And I remember one day just feeling I was not as good as everybody else. He kept on telling me to do things differently and better. And I remember telling somebody at the studio one time how I was just not as good as anybody else and how downtrodden I felt. I mean, it felt horrible. And I wanted to quit. And she said to me, Christy, you're better than most of the people. And in fact, it's not that he's picking on you. He actually realizes that when you are told how to change and shift your body, you know your body well enough that you're able to do that. And many of the other girls at either that point in time, or some people just don't have that body awareness that some other people do. And so he's not picking on you. He's actually enjoying how much you're getting better. Now, whether or not she kind of spoke that into being, my next 6 months, I felt good about myself. I did get better. And it shifted my thinking going forward throughout the rest of my life. When somebody was giving me feedback, I didn't think of it as, wow, I'm broken, I'm horrible, I'm not worthy, all those negative thoughts. I took the criticism, I took that feedback and said, wow, they think I could be even better. And how do I want to take the information that they gave me and utilize that? So it was just a shift of thinking. I could have kept on thinking how broken and bad I was in that class. And the instructor had no idea. He probably thought I knew that I was better and good. So that was an interesting, life-changing shift of thinking for me. And then there's another one that just happened not too long ago. And that was something that this person who was helping me with it, she called it a both and. A both and, where there's a moment where you're thinking, I can either have this or I can have that, but you can't have both. And it's true in your thinking, there's no way you can have this and that. It's either this or that, and you have to make a decision. And she was talking me through that thinking, and she says, well, why not? What small, sweet step can you do to actually have both? And I had to really think about around, people that I need to call and ask to be able to have something done and to be able to make both things happen actually did happen for me. One of the things that's happened recently is that I realized that either what I had in my head was either I can get older and my body's getting older and my skin is sagging and getting more wrinkles and I lose my muscle mass and all the things that we're told that happens to us when we get older. Or I can be even more fit, more sexy. I can do even more and live even longer. What if I can do both? And in fact, as of this taping, I'm almost 58 years old. I have lots of energy. I have great muscle tone as I'm working out and doing my cardiovascular stuff. And I am planning on living to be a very happy, healthy, spiritual, mental, physical, happy. Did I say that twice? I did. 150 years old. And the science proves that these days, with the nutrition that we know about, the medical that we know about, the exercise that we know about, we can live a nice, very long life, longer than we've ever thought. And that is now my both and. I can have both of those. Now, I do have a suggested reading. It's called Tiny Habits. So this is not specific to widows, but it's powerful. I mean, it helps create a new future with small, sweet steps he calls tiny habits. And it's a very simple, proven way to transform your life. So if you enjoy reading, go ahead and get that book and start. It's very well laid out and little things to do and why the science shows that it works. So if you're looking for something to help you shift what you're doing just a little bit each day and have support along the way, that's a good book to read. So I look forward to seeing you at the next lesson.